Hi everybody, how's everyone today? And we're going to have a great tasting today. We're going to taste 4 wines on this beautiful, beautiful day here in sunny Bryan, College Station. The wine capital of the world, by the way. We have officially designated it the wine capital of the world, and because we can, and I think we should. It's the Private Reserve Chardonnay 2010, fabulous vintage. You know, these grapes come to us from the high plains of Texas, the caprock of our state, 3,700 feet of elevation, beautiful vineyards, so the Chardonnay, that's where it's from. And then we're going to have Sophia Marie, and you know, Sophia Marie comes with a beautiful, beautiful certificate of birth because this was the first vintage of Sophia Marie Rosé, and it commemorates the birth of Sophia Marie, our granddaughter, the wine has just been received beautifully with best of class honors now on 3 different occasions. So it's a very, very nice dry rosé. It's kind of like a rosé from Provence, France, a drier style of rosé. Very, very nice. And then the third wine is the Private Reserve Pinot Noir, and thanks to the movie Sideways, Pinot Noir has just developed a wonderful mystique and wonderful following, and our Pinot Noir is one of the nicest Pinot Noirs made in the whole country. It's really delicate. It's got that flavor of cherry and beautiful oak combination. And then the last wine is one that we're really excited about, and it's the Bell Brothers / Merrill's Vineyard Single Vineyard Zinfandel, which is located in our vineyards in Hale, H-A-L-E County, which is located near Plainview, Texas. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be in Plainview next week, by the way, doing a crop estimate. So it's going to be nice to see the folks up in Hale County. And we're going to check out what the Zinfandel looks like this year. So let's get started. I've got our glass lined up under the Venturi here, you know, the wonderful device that we use here at Messina Hof. And I really hope that any of you who drink more than a glass of wine a day, or a glass of wine every couple of days, that you get one of these. I mean, these pay for themselves in no time at all. Number one, they're just about indestructible. They're not made of glass, they're made of plastic, hard plastic, and they have a beautiful filter in the top of them. And what happens is that as the wine goes through the filtration, air is sucked in, and it actually aerates the wine as it goes in. So it is equivalent to letting the wine breathe for 30 minutes. And unfortunately, we are in an age of instantaneous gratification, so letting wine breathe for 30 minutes is like a lifetime. So the Venturi aerates the wine, and it gives it that fullness, that richness, that open bouquet that you expect from letting the wine breathe. So it works very, very nicely. So here we go. Beautiful label with the hibiscus on it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous wine. The vintage is 2010 from our Texas vineyards up in Hale County. I'm going to show you today our Waiter's corkscrew. It's a double pump, and let me explain why it's a double pump. It has a notch in the middle, and then it also has another notch on the bottom. And if your Waiter's corkscrew does not have a double pump, throw it out. The main reason is that the reason why there's 2 increments to pull from is that, as you'll notice as we do this, you can only put the auger in a certain depth. So I'm going to push it in as far as I can. And if I go to the top piece, I cannot grab the lip of the bottle. So the only way that I could use the bottom edge of the corkscrew is I would actually have to unscrew it halfway and then try to do it. Now, by doing that, if I pull it from this position, I'm only going to get half of the cork out. And the goal is to get that half out, but then go to the second increment. So that's why it has to have a double pull. So we're going to screw it all the way down, because we're trying not to damage this cork. One of the things that I hear all the time is my cork puller tore the cork up. Well, the reason is because it doesn't have a tight helix. It's a big, fat auger. And, you know, it's like if you want to make a small hole in a piece of paper, you take a pin. You don't take a big nail and shove it through there. So that's the important thing. These both have very thin augers, and they're very sharp on the end, and they're Teflon coated, so they are gentle to the cork, okay? So then you might say, well, you know, the solution to that is just get rid of the cork. Well, that doesn't solve anything, because now what happens is the void between the liquid and the bottom of the cork with a cork finish is 5 to 10 milliliters, which is not much since this is 750 milliliters, okay? But if this was a screw cap, the void is all the way from the top of the bottle to the liquid, which is 70 milliliters, which is 10% of the volume of this bottle is being oxidized. So it's not a good idea. Screw cap bottles are fine on a wine that's $5, $6, $7, but on a finely made wine, you don't want to use a screw cap. A very well-respected California wine that was selling for over $100 initially came out with a screw cap. It is not with a screw cap anymore because it just didn't hold up. So it may seem convenient, but it's not good for the wine, a cork finish bottle. So let's figure out how to use these properly and work on that. So now we put the double pump, we put it to the middle position, and we lift. And see, it lifts the cork straight up. Okay? So now I've already taken the cork out of the bottle most of the way. Now I go to the bottom position, and now it goes straight up and it comes out easy. So again, I have folks that say I'm having a hard time. The problem is the auger that they're using and the technique that they're using. It's not the cork. This cork came out just fine. Then you undo the cork and you have wax. Now why does Messina Hof use wax? Well, because it's recyclable. It's recyclable, the cork is recyclable, the paper is recyclable, the glass is recyclable. We're trying to be friendly on our earth. You don't want to see plastic corks. Plastic corks are not recyclable. If you use metal foil over the top, they go into our landfills. Some of those foils were made of lead. That's not good for our environment. So wax, you just save these, melt them, have a candle, enjoy them. And then the cork you can reuse. You take these and make a trivet out of them. Get one of those little glue guns, get a board, put some glue on the thing, put all your corks on them, and you just made yourself either a cork board or you made yourself a nice trivet, and it didn't cost you anything but the cost of the glue. Nice little craft experience, especially if you have kids. Kids love a glue gun. Boy, hey, look at it. I tell you, you just put it on a little board. They have a great old time with that. So that's what we recommend here at Messina Hof. So here we go. We're going to pour it down the Venturi. And that lovely gurgling sound. See, that's the aeration, okay? So now that wine is aerated as though we had let it breathe for 30 minutes. Okay, so now we take the glass, we'll put this aside, and that's the way to let the wine spin around a little bit and kind of get used to the glass and everything. Don't pick it up and do this, because that's how you wind up with wine all over you. If you're sitting down, just spin it on the table. See, and if That's going against the clockwise, okay? So now we can go clockwise. See? And that's kind of fun unto itself, because that lets you know if you're more of a down-under person or a above. See, because, you know, the toilet, you know, I'm going to give you a lot of information that you might want to maybe discard. But, you know, in the northern hemisphere, you know, in the toilet, the water spins clockwise. But when you go to Australia, you know the water actually spins counterclockwise. Now, when you go to Australia, I think, take a look at your toilet. I think it's kind of a fun thing. So here we are. We let the wine spin around both ways. Now we put our nose in the glass. Okay, but we forgot to do something. See, I just tested you there. I just wanted to see all of our loyal followers here. We did not do the nose push. See, you've got to push your nose like that. Okay, why? Because your little sensory buds in your nose are asleep. See, so you're waking them up. You're saying, "Come on, nose, wake up." Okay, they wake up. Okay, so they're awake. So now we put our nose in the glass and we smell. Ah, lovely bouquet, bouquet. Bouquet is the word that talks about the smell of the wine. Okay, now we turn our head to the right. Ah, we smell. Okay, but I'm noticing